Hi, this is Cyndi Snow, and you're watching Chill in the Ville. And as you can see, we are at the 15th Annual Tattoo and Horror Convention by Full Moon and Slaughterhouse. And there are a lot of interesting people that are in there today. So why don't you come on in and check it out with me? At the Full Moon Convention with Mark Ballard. Mark Ballard's been coming to, I think, all 15 of these events. Have you been?
I've been all of them, every time.
So tell us about what you're selling here today.
Today we're selling skulls, dragons, and gargoyles and autographs. Usually I sell comic books, but I have a lot of skulls today.
It's kind of fitting if you know Mark. Mark, tell us something about yourself. Would you suggest people to become a vendor?
No, not unless you don't want to have any free time and never see your family. So that's the best way to be a vendor.
Well, come on down to Mark's table. You can actually, Mark, you have a website?
ComicCityTN.com. I run 7 conventions throughout the country, and I'm always selling stuff and selling autographs, and I'm fun to be with.
Here I am with Joel Rockin' Robinson. As you can see, he is an amazing artist. He actually does all the artwork for Full Moon. I said Blue Moon. Full Moon. Look. Oh, my God. Who's that hot cheeky?
Stacey.
Stacey, how are you? I missed you. I can't find you. So, Joel, tell us a little bit how you got into the artwork.
I answered an ad in MySpace for a magazine called Go Around Week.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace, dating myself. Yeah. Back in '08, actually. And it was to do basically an ad to up subscriptions. So I did a one-page ad, and then they had me come out and do a convention in Pittsburgh. And from then, I've been on the road for going on 9 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Just like, isn't it? So, but you always were an artist.
Yeah,
So
always
you had
was an
talent
artist.
since you were a kid?
Yeah,
Is it all
always
natural?
did that. Went to art college, got
Okay.
a bachelor's of fine arts, and then tried to make it as a freelance artist. And then I ended up going back to school, got my master's. I worked with kids with special needs for 10 years, non-art related, but still always did art. Got laid off from that job, and then answered that ad in MySpace.
Isn't that
and
crazy
It
how
all changed.
Life will change in a minute. All right, Joel, we love you. We'll catch up with you later, and then we'll get you behind the thing.
Let's
All right.
do it.
All right, bye.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, so we are here with Tennessee Horror. That gives us all what's going on in the horror scene in Tennessee, right? Nashville, any part of Tennessee, right?
Any part of Tennessee, worldwide, actually.
Okay, and so your handles are Jim Jam,
Jim Jam,
and
Johnny Leroy.
Johnny Leroy. All right, so tell us a little bit about tell me a little about what goes on in Tennessee Horror. What do you guys do?
Well, we promote indie horror films. We really started out for this festival, Full Moon, but we got into doing like haunts locally.
What other kind of things you do behind the scenes?
We do podcasts. We got a podcast with me and him do it.
Could you give us the address to how we get to that podcast?
TNHorror.com. It's all of this, everything we do is on there.
We'll be watching out for you guys. That's great that all this happened. Sitting here with the fabulous, wonderful Sid Haig. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing groovy.
All right.
So, how did you get involved in all this horror stuff?
I just worked in a few horror films that happened to be successful, and there you go.
Well, everybody knows who Sid Haig is. So, let me ask you this. What would you think about all this convention stuff? Like, what is your take on all this? Do you like it?
Yeah, you know what? I'm too old to do stuff that I don't like doing, okay? So if I think that I'm not going to have fun here, I'm not coming. Doing this, I do anywhere between 12 and 20 conventions a year.
Wow, that's a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I'm going to start growing feathers.
And then you'd be like a demon fairy.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of fun. I like that. Meet me at the Ren Fair in a month. Fly on over. Do you have a website or anything that you want to?
Yes. Come to www.sidhaig.com.
Thanks for being on Chillin' in the Ville. And we'll be keeping an eye out for you. I'm here with Naomi Grossman. As you can see, she is from American Horror Story. She is an amazing actress with such range and absolutely beautiful. So tell us what it's like to work at American Horror Story.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a super inspiring place. You're surrounded by people at the top of their game.
Yeah, what better place to be?
Yeah.
Now, I can't imagine people probably don't recognize you. So that's kind of cool in a way when you're like, you know what I'm saying, in the running, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a win-win, when they don't recognize me, it just means that I did my job.
Did your job, right.
When they do, that's cool in its own right, and yet it is a little bit, there's something upsetting about being known as the ugliest woman on television.
Well, that is far from the
That's
truth.
how I want to be recognized.
Hey, listen, everyone's got a niche, and if it works, it works.
Hey,
But so how did this come up? Like, what did you do? Just go home and?
Well, it was just an audition like any other. They called for 4 to 5 feet tall, possibly malformed, childlike actresses, which I am 5 feet tall. I can play childlike, though malformed, there's only so much I can do.
Do you have anything else coming up? Do you have any other movies or anything coming up?
I do have a movie that's going to be premiering at Tribeca next month. Yeah, I know, right? Robert De Niro's not bad. Yeah, it's called Fear Inc. It's a horror film, which I'm excited about. So yeah.
Well, great. We're really happy. Thanks for doing the interview with us, and we look forward to seeing more of your work. You are absolutely fabulous. And check it out. Do you have a website or anything?
Yeah, NaomiGrossman.net. And of course, people can follow me on Twitter, Naomi W. Grossman, which is actually my handle for all social media platforms.
All right, you got it here. Check her out. I think big things for her in the future. Okay, I'm here with Dr. Gangrene, and he is home based by Nashville. I see you got a couple of things going on here. So let's talk about your book.
Okay.
And it's called Tales from Parts Unknown. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's about?
Yeah, it's short stories all written by myself and introduced by my alter ego, Dr. Gangrene. It's a collection of science fiction, horror, and weird western, so it's kind of a little bit of everything.
All right, so tell us a little about Dr. Gangrene. What's he do?
Dr. Gangrene is a horror movie host along the lines of Elvira, introducing late-night horror movies. I hosted movies on our local WB for about 10 years, which became the CW, of course, and now they're showing reruns of those shows on cable access in Nashville on Channel 19, and I have a YouTube series also.
Do you have a website or?
I do, drgangrene.com. You can find me there. I have a blog. You can get to it from that also. You can find me on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube.
Hey, I'm right here with the Slaughterhouse acting class here. Crew.
You smell nice.
So what's it like to be a haunted actor?
It's rather haunting,
Acting,
don't you think?
yeah. Acting. What about acting? Well,
Is it acting?
you want to go to my
I
van?
thought it was real life.
Where's your van?
My van's out in the parking lot.
What's in your van?
What's in my van? Well,
Would you like
it's
to
a
see what's
surprise. Just don't look underneath the tarp, and never mind that smell.
You guys.
Hey, I had this date last night, and you wouldn't believe how smooth I am. I got her back to the van, and everything was going great. I was smooth as can be, and then she starts coming too. And can you believe how disrespectful she got? You know what she said? She says, "Help! Somebody call the cops!" and starts screaming, "He's hurting me! He's hurting me!" She said she was pretty on the inside, and I was going to find out.
I guess we'll be seeing you guys tonight at the.
Oh no, you're coming with me.
I'm gonna go heck on some.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. Your mommy said it's okay. I've got candy.
Hey, okay.
Now come with me.
Help! John Dugan. We all know him from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So tell us what that was like to work on that film.
What? Awful and great. It was awful, you know. It was very uncomfortable, but it was great because I was 20 years old and making a movie, you know. So
How did you get that part?
my brother-in-law wrote it. Seriously.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Yeah. I was doing a play in Chicago, and my brother-in-law was a writer in Texas, and he called and said, and this is the early 70s. He was like, "Hey man, you crazy?" I said, "Well, yeah, man. What do you mean to do?" Is I gonna do this movie, man? It wasn't that bad, but it was kind of like that. He said, "I got something I want you to do." So he told me about it, and I put my notice in. I was doing a play called The Taradiddle Tales, a children's play in Chicago.
What a switch.
Yeah, 2 shows a day, 6 days a week for like $175 a week.
Well, no, back then that was good money, though.
Yeah, it was like $12 a show, you know. Yeah, it was good. And then, you know, like a few weeks later, you know, so I was dancing around for children, and then a few weeks later I was hitting a girl over the head with a sledgehammer, and I got paid for both gigs. That's the summer I became a professional actor.
All right, so Amanda, you have an interesting, you know, I used to be a pro wrestler, so you have an interesting story to tell me about, which I didn't know, so tell me.
About Married with Children,
Yes.
and where some of the characters' names came from. So some people think that the Bundy name came from a not-so-great serial killer guy. The Bundy name actually came from King Kong Bundy, because Ron Levitt and Michael Moy, the executive producer, creators of Married with Children, were huge wrestling fans. So they would have been huge fans of yours had they known. And then my first husband,
Is that Steve?
Steve Rhodes, so it was Marcy and Steve Rhodes, was for who?
Dusty Rhodes.
That's it.
Wow.
And then the very first few episodes, there was a guy that worked in Al's shoe store, and his name was Luke Ventura. So who was he named
Jesse
for?
Ventura.
I ain't got time to bleed.
That's crazy.
I know, and not everybody knows that they were big fans of the WWE.
It was WWF then. That's why I was there.
Okay, there you
And
go.
they got-
So maybe they did know you.
I was on the home train.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't want to know.
And I won the hardcore belt. I was the first woman to win the hardcore belt.
Right on, girl. Go.
So
Good
to
for
make
you.
wrestling history.
Good for you.
So tell us what you're. So you're not doing acting, obviously, but you're directing. So tell us. What
Right. Well, Married with Children was actually my last acting job because they gave me my second career as a director. So I directed in and around 6 seasons of Married with Children, and I loved it. It's a much more expansive, creative adventure. And so I just have directed hundreds of sitcoms. I directed 6 years in and around a series called Mad TV, if you know that show.
Mad TV.
I did too. Very funny. I laughed all the time.
Loved it.
And I still direct half-hour comedy. I've done some of the kid shows like the Disney Channel shows, and then I just did a pilot this past December called Skirt Chasers. So be on the lookout for that, starring Barry Bostwick from Spin City and Meredith Baxter, who was on Family Ties.
Meredith Baxter.
Yeah, she's a cool chick. So yeah, life continues, but then I get to come to these cons where people mostly know me as an actor, but it was like so long ago. But the two things I'm most known for, Fright Night and Married with Children, have become these sort of, well, yeah, exactly, these cult classic things. So they dust me off and drag me out, and here I am.
we're
There you go.
glad, you know, and we're great. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
You entertain us so much. We really
Thank
love
you.
that show.
Well,
thank
good
you.
luck with the show. Nice
Yes,
to meet
nice
you.
to meet you too. And
All right.
hopefully we'll see each other again in the future.
All right.
With Slaughterhouse's infamous character, Cuz. Hey, Cuz, how are you doing? I can see everything's going great for you. And you've been doing this how long now? And you will be there tonight, right? And you know, cuz, it's always a pleasure. Thanks, cuz. Love it. I'm here with BC Hebner with the fabulous artwork. So, how'd you get started in doing all this?
I started out with my dad. He was an oil painter when I was about 6 years old. We'd do little work, you know. I think back in the days, you know, people would make jewelry and they'd oil paint and they'd sell it to theaters. Nowadays, they don't do that anymore. But back in the days, that's how we made extra money, because I came from Gary, Indiana, which is a poverty-stricken place, you know, right? So, you know, my old man was like, well, if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. So at 6 years old, I'd sketch people in the mall for like $2.
So let me ask you, I like to ask an artist, what is your favorite piece of art to date that you have done?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, I probably did about 60 or 70,000 paintings in my lifetime and drawings. I can't do that, because if you do that, then you're going to pick out something you like and you're only going to do it.
So you like everything equally?
Everything. I don't think I can be challenged anymore, because I've done so much, so I let the customer appreciate it more than I do. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Because I've done so much. You can only do 200 Frankenstein pictures, but if you let the customers mix it up and say, have Frankenstein change his face, or, you know, challenge me. Not the same old thing. Don't, you know, you got to challenge an artist, or it just gets old, so you got to take a break, relax for about 2 months, and then go back to drawing.
Now, if people want to buy your artwork, do you have a website that they can go to?
You can go to bchepnersart.com.
So this is your very first convention?
No, it's our second.
But first one here.
First one in Tennessee.
Okay, so what brings you to these kind of conventions?
We're tattoo connoisseurs, I guess you'd say. We love horror movies.
When is your due date?
7 weeks.
Oh, that's one way to get the kid to come out in a hurry. And what about you? Is this your first?
Yep, my first time.
And what do you think?
It's pretty cool.
Will you be back?
Sure.
Will you be getting a tattoo?
Probably.
Did you guys, any of you get a tattoo?
Not yet. I'm waiting on my appointment.
Okay, well, thank you guys, and have a great time. Maybe we'll see you. Okay, here we are at the second part. This is the tattoo side of it. So we are going to walk around and check out some of these amazing artists and find out where they're from and what their story is. Okay, so come on.
Got my head down in the sand. Too many times when I've been myself, gotta look over my shoulder like a wanted man. Every time I feel like I'm at home, I gotta tell myself I ain't got a home. But where I'm at is where I chose to be. So the better part of valor is for you to leave and just walk away while the sun sets down like Eastwood and those old Leone movies.
And I'm here with Just Kelly. Now we all know that I love women tattoo artists and all about it. Some of my best friends are great female tattoo artists, and I let them tattoo on my body. And apparently for this weekend over, she's going to tattoo on my body. Just Kelly.
Yes, I am.
You're from Knoxville, right?
Yes.
And how did you get into tattooing?
I was a teacher for 13 years.
Wow.
I decided I was over teaching, married a tattoo artist, and when you marry a tattoo artist, you marry the industry if you're smart. I was up his butt for about a year that I wanted to learn to tattoo, and he finally said, okay, let's teach you to tattoo. Never look back, I love it.
Well, you know what? It's fun. I love tattoos. I love the whole industry myself. Here's some amazing tattoo art from the Full Moon Tattoo Contest.
Everybody wanna be a star, no matter how stupid that they gotta be.
Okay, I'm here at my favorite booth, well, my favorite tattoo place, obviously, Lone Wolf, which I had many tattoos from my friend Stacy. Anyway, this is Timba.
Hello.
Timba is actually tattooing. What's your name, sir?
Richie King.
Richie, I see he's doing an Egyptian symbol there. Is it Cleopatra?
King Tut.
Oh, King Tut. Okay. Well, what does that mean to you?
Well, my last name is King, and I've been infatuated with Egyptology my whole life. This is my very first tattoo, and I've known Timba 33 years, so I had to have him do my first one.
Oh my God, that's great. You feel honored, Timba?
I am honored very much. I've known Richie for a long time, and when he approached me last year at the show about wanting to do it, I was like, yeah, let's do it at the show. Let's have some fun, make another great memory, another wonderful experience, and do something really cool. Really cool.
Now, Timmy, you work at Lone Wolf in the Hermitage.
In the Hermitage, yeah.
Okay, so that's attached to the haunted house. Does that freak you out?
No, I love it. That's why I wanted to be part of that scene.
So you feel at home?
Yes, very much so, because I love the scary stuff, and to be able to tattoo with the haunted house, that's just a great atmosphere to be.
It is pretty fun, right?
Right.
Well, if you're in Nashville, the place to go is Lone Wolf. They have 2 locations. They have one in Hermitage, right in the haunted house, which is amazing, and they have one in Franklin if you don't want to drive that far. And Timba, thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Come to Lone Wolf. You'll see all of us hanging out there. We love that place. Well, look who I ran into. It's Bobo. Bobo, how's it going? So everything going good with you at Slaughterhouse? So how's things going? And generally, you have anything to say, Bobo? Bobo, I'm really excited to see you tonight at the haunted house. Yeah, Bobo. Bobo, it's Bobo. Right, Bobo? Bobo, yeah? All right, well, Bobo, I guess I'll see you later, right, Bobo? Always a pleasure. Okay, I'm here with some ready hopefuls to win the costume contest, which will be starting in what, about an hour, guys? Mm-hmm. All right, so how long did it take you guys to get this costume together?
About 4 hours of makeup today.
Wow.
Yeah.
She did everybody.
Yeah.
You did everybody's makeup? Great.
Well, everybody except for this guy and this guy.
Okay, so what is this about your characters? Tell me who you are.
We're just a posse of clowns.
And are you evil clowns or are you good clowns?
She's nice, but the rest of us are evil.
And sort of.
I'm a little bit of both.
Evil clown. What is that?
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm gonna hopefully that you guys will win, and then I'm gonna come track you down after you do win, right?
Yeah, I will hope so.
So what is the prize anyway?
I think it's a gift certificate to Performance.
Very good. It looks like you guys frequent there often.
We definitely do, yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, guys. Check out this ghoulish clip from the Slaughterhouse costume party. You're listening to Generation Landslide on Chill in the Ville Radio. Hi, we had just left the convention at the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Convention, and right now we are at Slaughterhouse, and we are about to get scared in our pants. So come on, follow me, and let's see all the creepy crawlies that are in here.
I'm just running in circles. I'm building up and tearing down. I'm on top and they love me till they kick me to the ground. I'm just running in circles. Is it love or is it sin? Or is it something in the distance? Keep me coming back again. I'm just running in circles. I got nothing in the way till I open up.
I'm here with Chino and Jason, and they just got out of the haunted house. So tell me what you thought.
Oh, it was awesome. If it don't make me jump, it ain't worth going through. But this one, it made me jump.
You had a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Did you come back again? We see you through the...
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, thanks. And so like we were saying, everybody's saying what a great time they're having and how much fun it is. So I guess we'll see you around Halloween time, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, awesome. And when you actually come into Slaughterhouse, the first person that you actually meet is Amy. Say hello, Amy.
Hello.
Amy, so I'm sure you have some interesting stories. What was the craziest thing you ever saw somebody come out of the haunt do?
Did I gotta talk to this
Yeah, talking to there. Go ahead. Tell them what you saw.
A grown man coming running out with pee on himself.
Did any other stories like that?
This one lady got so scared she puked on the floor.
Well, this is the beautiful Amy, and you'll see her and you get your tickets from Amy at Slaughterhouse. Since we can't show you what's in the Slaughterhouse, here is a sneak peek from their commercial. that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, because you never know at Chill in the Ville where we're going to be. So you're just going to have to stay tuned to our next show. Happy nightmares! And today, as you could see, we are at the 15th annual, I did it again with the annual.